Vanshika, you can begin your speech.
Okay, am I audible and visible?
Yeah.
लोगों की भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचाने का फितूर पल रहा है। लोगों की भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचाने का फितूर पल रहा है। ये मनोरंजन का कारोबार खूब चल रहा है। Freedom and democracy are the two words on which the foundation of our country is laid, but undue cost for the same must not be paid. My fellow contestants must have told that what OTT is, and today why we are debating on the topic whether censorship is necessary for OTT platforms or not. We have Press Council of India, Central Board of Film Certification to provide regulations for such movies and print media. But for digital content, we do not have any regulatory body. So, how does it affect the country and the people of our country that we are moving towards getting a censorship or a regulation for the same? So, let's come up with the explicit content that they display. Many experts believe that the content displays is highly explicit, abusive, and the visuals that are obscene, they inflame negative passions in the minds of the young generation. They also believe that they perpetuate sexual crimes and soft porns. Now, moving ahead, moving ahead with the creativity aspect of the same. So the content that is being displayed is not at all creative because the creativity is channelized in a very negative way. The use of abusive words, sexual scenes, this leads to the infame of the web series, and actually the directors are selling them. They are not displaying something that is very creative, but they are just adding up abusive words, sexual scenes, and they said like boom, the web series is a total hit. But it is not. And that is why censorship is necessary to regulate and channelize creativity in a positive way. Because creativity is subjective and it might lead to twisting of the facts, the actual facts. And censorship does not necessarily hinder the facts reaching the people, but actually it makes people know the truth, the entire fact. पूरब पश्चिम जैसी फिल्मों का जिस देश से जुड़ा नाता है, आज वहां तांडव जैसी वेब सीरीज का तांता है। जी हाँ, तांडव जैसी वेब सीरीज में जहां पर ऐसे सीन जिससे एक पर्टिकुलर धर्म के लोगों को टारगेट करके ये सिर्फ एक अपनी वेब सीरीज को बेचने का तरीका है। दिस इज ओनली एंड ओनली एडवर्टाइजिंग, पीआर एंड मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी अडॉप्टेड by all the people involved in the web series production, because after all वो एक
Okay, Vanshika, I'm sorry, your time is up. Pardon me. Aditi, are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready. I'm visible
please
and
start.
audible. Yeah, so I'm starting. So I will not go into the depth of OTT definition and why we should have freedom of speech, because I guess we have a whole round dedicated to that. Moving on, I would like to first come to this point that people in the proposition are believing that OTT has no regulation whatsoever. First of all, the IT Act as acts on the OTT. Also, the according to the Indian Penal Code, defamation can also be acted on OTT, which people have tend to ignore. FIR was filed in Madhya Pradesh, states that even OTT is not above the law. Over the top, not above the law. Now, a very important fact which I'm surprised nobody had conversation, because censorship is actually present in our country, and we can take it as a perfect example to see what might happen if censorship takes place. Indian Censor Board has let movies like Main Tera Hero, R. Rajkumar, big budget movies with big actors pass, which clearly promote harassment and eve teasing, and Censor Board let that pass. Movies like Veere the Wedding, where a woman has forced herself upon a man non-consensually, and then that was taken as a comedy genre. This is the Censor Board we are giving our hands to. The Indian censored serials, let me tell you, the family-friendly content are actually minting money on just misogyny. Even if today you open a serial and watch it, it is clear-cut misogyny and racism present there. Calling a fat child Motu and a black child Kalu is still prevalent in Indian cinema. And ladies, if you are doesn't matter if you go to space, become the prime minister, the Indian serials will still keep you in Rasoda. That is the truth. I heard someone was speaking of Kapil Sharma show and a lot of funny show. I would like to point this out, that Indian shows of comedy, which people have said so friendly, family friendly content, is purely based on body shaming, calling a fat man and laughing it out, calling someone girlish or boyish, making fun of their sexuality is becoming the epitome of comedy. When you can make fun of politics and religion, you can end up in jail. This is the culture you're providing. Nobody bats an eyelash when this happens. Nobody questions when this happens. When your child is exposed to such derogatory remarks, they will learn it and come and go to their school, and tomorrow they will make fun of someone who's fat like they do of Palak. They will make fun of a woman who is not girly and call them Kuthi. What will you do then? Is that not derogatory? And the amount of people that have problem with explicit content, it seems like this is not a debate about OTT, it is about a pornography. We are in the wrong debate. But I will debate about censorship. I will debate about the topic. What are the movies that have been banned by the Indian censorship? 1994 Bandit Queen, 1996 Fire. You're talking about new movies? Well, let me tell you, Inshallah, football was banned. Good movies were banned, and they are acclaimed movies. And anyone who's talking about creativity, I'll tell you what happens when British
Okay,
documentary makes.
Aditi, your time is up. I'm sorry, your time
I
is
will
up.
end this stating that India has much more potential than this, and these small movies in India don't get the appropriate chance because of the big budget movies, and OTT gives them the chance. Thank you so much.
Okay. Are you both ready for the rebuttal?
Yes.
Okay, Aditi, you can start.
So I'd like to ask you a question that you talked about creativity. We all know जब इंडिया में कोई क्रिएटिव फिल्म बनती है तो उसके उतने स्क्रीन्स नहीं मिलते हैं जितने एक स्टूपिड फिल्म को मिलती है, और जब सालों बाद वो किसी फिल्म फेस्टिवल में सुनाई जाती है तब हमें उस फिल्म के बारे में पता चलता है. ओटीटी में दोनों चीजों को बराबर राइट दिया जाता है. इस चीज को हम कैसे नकार सकते हैं? पहली बात. दूसरी बात, जो कि आपने एक्सपर्ट की राय हमें बताई थी कि वायलेंट कंटेंट देखने से बच्चों में डेवलपमेंट अच्छा नहीं होता. आई वुड लाइक टू नो द सोर्स ऑफ इट.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, I'll be answering your first question, that about the creativity. So creativity की अगर हम बात करें, आप जितनी भी वेब सीरीज उठा के देखिए, for the sake of creativity and content, what they do is add 2 sexual scenes, add 4 abusive words, target a particular area of UP, and yeah, the web series gets hit. The web series is all
Description and watch some good quantity movies are also there.
Yeah, you weren't audible. You weren't audible. I think there's a network glitch at your end.
I'm audible now.
So please let me complete my answer. Yeah. So this is nowhere getting to creativity, right? Because people, like, they know that what stuff they can sell over there. When we see Tandav, if the eradication of the scene we talk about that, बिना scene के भी उसकी story पर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But they have put that scene legitimately. उन्होंने वो जानबूझकर they put that deliberately to sell it in the market to earn money. The motive behind it is not to do something good for the culture, for the community, for the society, but the whole and sole motive is to sell, and it is in fact hindering their creativity. And coming to your second question, that is the source. So the source of that study was that 10% of the crimes that are committed, like all this happens due to seeing violent content, and the source is the report that was given by Harvard University.
Yeah, so I would first like to point out that OTT does not have only violent and sexual content. The second thing that I want to say, in movie Coolie #1, there was a Navy officer that was dancing in the background of the dancers, which the censor board failed to cut. This is another point that I want to point out. Also, coming to fact, I would like to ask you that creativity, as you did not answer me, that OTT is giving creative freedom to people who did not have enough promotional money or screen time that they could do it in theaters. How can you deny that? And the second thing, coming about violence and explicit content, is existing everywhere, every country in the world. India was violent even before OTT. You cannot blame it on OTT.
So I would like to answer the question that you asked, that OTT platform में जो भी censorship होता है, there is also good content. I agree, good content है, but the debate is not about the censorship or banning the entire OTT platform. It's just a regulation that certain scenes which the government sees that they can also lead to something public disorder, like communal tensions in a country like India. So जो चीजें
also, which has nothing to do with
an ounce of prevention is always better than a notion of cure. An ounce of prevention is always better than a notion of cure, I must say there. And अगर हम ये कह रहे हैं कि अच्छा content है, so that acha content would pass the censorship and the regulation. They would see the scrutiny and still we'll be able to see the good content. That has nothing to do with the content that we actually watch.
Ma'am, I disagree, because like my example on the speech, there have been so many conducts of such shows which have derogatory remarks, and they passed by the censorship. The censorship has not provided enough confidence among themselves. If I was satisfied by the censorship that is present in Bollywood, I would have happily accepted that. They have failed to mark their presence there. The second thing I want to tell you, that content can be various to different people. You always have the right to not see something you don't want to see. You cannot make a judgment on others' moralities, because India was violent before also. There have been movies like Chapak and Padmavat have nothing to do with violence and politics, have gone into politics. People have made joke about religion, have gone into jail. You cannot decide what is good and bad in hand of a government that is ruling the country, especially.
Yeah, so one thing I would like to mention there as well, that the Central Board of Film Certification, it does include certain like delegatories from the film community, film industry as well. And so the censorship and the regulation that is going on, like that would also include people from the same industry who would be taking the decision. And it's not a matter of choice. If we talk about a matter of choice, then people would have the choice to see what they want to see.
As the confidence in them. They have not provided us the confidence in them for 50, 60 years. First, we should have this confidence.
Okay, just I would like to ask a question. Ma'am, I would like to ask you a question, if you would allow me to, yeah. So the web series that was most talked about recently was Tandav, right? And after the protests, after the public disorder, civil disorder, the scene was finally eradicated. So what was the harm if it was regulated in a certain way that did not lead to all that political debates and all that civil disorder that happened? And who takes the accountability if a child commits something heinous after seeing these web series? Who takes the responsibility for that?
To commit something heinous, there are a lot of sources, but let's not debate on that. The thing which I want to tell you, you cannot take away the right to promotion from someone. A film industry will do everything to promote their content. People have done, that's what I said. Chapak was promoted even when it had no political agenda. How, if someone would have seen, gone into wrong side.
So let me come up with a point. Crossing creative boundaries is not always necessary. Crossing creative boundaries is not always.
Aditi and Vanshika, I am sorry, your time is up for the rebuttal. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So, Aditi, are you ready with the concluding speech?
So, as a conclusion, I think we all did have a heated argument. But coming to the fact is that I would not accept censorship and debate on it until and unless I'm proven that a country is worthy enough to provide me a proper censorship, because it has failed to do so since several years. Yes, people are going to do things for promotion with or without censorship. You cannot debate a whole OTT censorship, letting us not the right to see what is being omitted from the parts that will be arriving to us on the basis of certain advances and certain reactions. And at the end, I would say I would have been very happy if I would have seen such censorship arrangements for not just explicit and a religious thing, but also for racism, sexism, harassment, and misogyny that has been so prevalent in the Indian cinema. If a change has to happen, if censorship has to be happen, then it has to have been a very big censorship in various different fields. And if that happens, we would love to agree with censorship. Until then, we strongly stand against such censorship.
Okay. Thank you, Aditi. Vanshika, are you ready to go?
Yeah. So I love the fact that my opponent actually agreed that yes, censorship should be there, be it racism. I totally agree that racism, sexism, all these contents must be censored. Because according to me, if a content can be regulated, it could channelize the creativity in a better way, and in no way it harms the choice. Yes, I do agree that anything and everything that is being created must not be banned, and there should be proper justification so as to why a scene has been omitted or censored. But according to me, सुना था OTT क्रांति है बदलाव की, सुना था OTT क्रांति है बदलाव की, पर ये तो एक आंधी है बहकाव की, which is totally distorting Indian culture and the minds of the people by targeting a certain set of people and actually insulting them, as we saw in web series like Tandav and Mirzapur, and these are just to name a few. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vanshika.